I love watching airlines duke it out. With so many mergers and so little competition these days, it's nice to see a little friendly competition, especially in a market that's not totally dominated by one carrier. Now, Seattle's been an Alaska Airlines market for a long time, and over the last several years, Delta's crept into their territory, adding international flights and a lot more domestic flights to Seattle. We've seen premium transcontinental service from JFK, and I don't expect that to slow down anytime soon. Seattle's a great city for premium fares, for Asia Pacific travel, and even to Europe. So I could see why Delta has been salivating looking at moving in on Seattle. However, they're partners with Alaska Airlines and have been for many years. TPG Reader Dale writes in via Facebook, when do we expect Alaska to make a bold move against Delta? And we've seen some small moves happen over the last year. Just recently, both airlines kind of cut down on the ability to bank miles and points to either carrier. You can still do it. There still are, there is reciprocity there in terms of frequent flyer benefits, but we've seen that decreasing, and I would not be surprised if over the next year to 2 years, Alaska and Delta completely depart and Alaska really syncs up with partners American Airlines and the One World Alliance to help feed their, some of their transatlantic services, especially as carriers expand west and open up more Europe to West Coast routes. So I would not be surprised to see that in 2015, but I think right now both carriers are making money off of their code sharing and partnership, so they're not ready to completely tear it apart. But I see Delta, especially as Delta is super profitable and growing internationally, kind of puffing their chest out and making a bigger play in that market. And frankly, I could see if I lived in Seattle why I'd want to fly Delta. They've got nicer premium products. Alaska Airlines on their transcons has a really outdated product. When I was in Seattle this past year, I flew Delta home, not Alaska or American, because they had old school recliner seats, and on a 5-hour flight, and when you got to land on a red eye to get to a meeting, it really pays to have that premium lie flat bed. So I think Alaska's got to do more than just sever ties or make a bold move. They've got to invest in their product. Any other questions? Feel free to tweet me at The Points Guy and like us on Facebook.